I'll just tell some of the font families. That is type of font. Courier, serif. Okay, there are so many types. Another one, sans serif. The commonly will use Times New Roman. Okay. So here you can just observe for font family you can specify more than one value. Okay. You can specify Arial, Courier, serif, sans serif. Okay, and also you can specify Times New Roman. Okay, so whenever you can just observe if it is a single word, it does not require any quotes. Okay, if the type of font family name, if it is having more than one word, okay, without any underscore or hyphen, then you have to specify using double quotes. Okay, so these are all you can represent directly. This one also you can represent. Here you have underscore. Okay, is it clear? So here Times New Roman, it is having three words. It should be represented within the double quotes. So now I told here you can represent, or in many of the example if you have observed, I have taken more than one value for this property. So in that case, which one is going to apply? Consider here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 5. I have specified the 5 font family. So in that case, browser, which one it is going to take? If it is 1, it's direct. Okay, so it is going to apply the first whatever it is specified. If I specify more than one value, okay, so why we need to, and also you need to make a practice when you are specifying the font family more than one value, because some of the font type it is not supported by some of the browsers. Okay, that is due to compatibility issues. To avoid that, you can specify more than one font family names in the properties as a value. Is it clear? So in that case, consider if the browser, if it is not supporting the first type, then it will go for the second one. Okay. If second one is also not supported, then it will go to the third one. Okay. That is the hierarchy it is going to follow. If first one is supported by the browser, then it will just take this as a font family and it is going to apply to the font. Okay. Is it clear? Just observe, open the textbook and you can see in many of the example they have specified more than one font family. That is just because of some of the browser it is not supporting all type of font family. Okay. So among this set, whichever it is going to compatible with that browser, it will select that. Okay, but always it starts from the first one. It will check is it supported by the browser, then okay, it will take it. Okay, remaining all it will discard. In case if it is not supported, it will go to the second one. If this is also not supported, go to the third one and apply to the font family. Okay, it is this style is applied to the font. Is it clear? So these are the main font properties. So now how to write? So you already know. I'll just take one example for this. Is it clear now? So I am just discussing the major properties used for font. Okay, font style, font weight, font size, and font family. So now I'll just give one example for this. If it is I want to apply this font style for the paragraph, I'll take the paragraph tag. Okay, this is a selector. What type of selector it is? Tag selector or element selector. Okay, so followed by you can specify the properties. So one is font style, specify italic. Then font weight, bold. Okay, so each statement ending with the semicolon. Font size, so here you need to specify in terms of number, so 30 pixel. Next, font family. Font family, I am going to use Arial. Okay, then I will specify some other font families in case if it is not supporting, it will take that any one of these. Okay, if it is Times New Roman, specify. If it is more than one word, specify within the double quotes. Okay, then end. Okay, so this is 4 properties if I have specified and end it. This is a common way of specifying the font style. Okay, so instead of this writing like this, you can just write it in a single line, so that we call it as a shorthand method. Example, so font, here I'll be just using font as a property. Okay, so for this I will be just specifying font style first. Okay, italic, then just give space, then specify the font weight, that is bold. Don't give comma, just give the space between the values. Then font size 30 pixel, then give space, then specify Arial. Okay, so here you need to give comma for specifying the font family. If it is having different values, use comma. Then Times New Roman. Okay, close the quote, put the semicolon and close the curly brace. Okay, so this is shorthand notation of specifying the style for font. Is it clear? Is it clear? So we'll execute one small program on this. Okay, I have not created the program. Let me type it, small program. Save the file. Okay, so simply don't do save. If you're just saving, it is saved as text file. Go for save as. Okay, so here I'll just use font.html. Then save as type should be selected as all files, so that it will be stored in the HTML format. Okay, save it. So now we'll write a small program for this, where it contains all this font style. So try to type the program and specify the all the styles, whatever you want. That is HTML. Okay, so where you are going to specify the style, it should be within the head section, within the style tag. So now I'm going to apply this style for which element? I'm going to apply for paragraph. Open the curly brace. Okay, font family. So colon, you can specify. Value for this is Arial, comma, sans serif. Okay, close it. First I will just go with font family, then we'll check the remaining. So just close the style tag here. Then close the head section. Okay, now I'll start with the body tag. Then write one paragraph here. So close the body. HTML file. Save it. I'm not getting the output. Why? Yeah, the tag is not properly closed here. Okay, can you see? Okay, so this is the output I'm taking, and the browser is supporting Arial, so you are getting the text in the form of Arial. So if you want to see the changes, okay, so you can just and also it is going to take, if it is supporting only the first value is taken. Okay, I'll just remove Arial. I will make serif as the first value, and you just observe the font types, font style, how it is going to change. Did you observe? So whichever the first value, if it is supported by the browser, then it will take that value. Okay, if it is not supported, then it is not going to take. So here instead of this, you can specify courier. Okay, is it clear? So you always remember, whenever if you are having more than one name of the font family, so it will check for the first one. If it is supported by the browser, it will take that. Okay, if it is not, it will go to the second one or third one based on the compatibility. Okay, so this is about the font family. So next we'll add for the same thing font style. Okay, I will just show you some of the examples, remaining you try by yourself. So font style, what is the answer I told? Three values font style. Okay, so font style normal, italic and oblique. So now give the, if you don't give anything, see the how font it look. So if you don't specify, it won't take the, consider that property. Okay, there are no changes. So now I'll give font style italic. Okay, did you observe? So it is changed to italic. And if you want to see the output of, so by default it will be normal. Okay, by default, even if you don't specify normal font style, it will be normal only. Okay, it is normal. So another is oblique. So it is almost similar to italic with some little changes. Okay, so this is how you can specify the font style. So next we'll move on to font weight. height colon. So how we are going to specify? Default it will be normal. This is what I am representing, it is normal. So if you want to make it another value for font bold is weight is bold. Okay, so this is font weight. Either you can keep it normal or you can make it bold. So if you don't give this value, so try to give this semicolon. So if tags are not properly closed, you will not get the output, and also sometimes so the browser won't tell what is the error. Okay, you have to check line by line and where you have done mistake. So that is a little bit the complex thing, or when you are doing the simple mistakes, it will take a lot of time to identify that. Okay, so always just be familiar with the syntax. So font style is done, font weight is done, and what is the another one? Font size. Okay, so font size, it is represented in the form using success font size. Are you people are following? Okay, did you observe the size of the font is increased? Okay, how much you want, you just reduce to that and display it. See, these are all very basic concept you need to learn when you want to design a web page. So now whatever the web pages are designed commercially, so all the web pages it uses a CSS. So it reduces a lot of burden instead of applying the style for each tags. You can create a separate style either in a external sheet or you can embed the styles. It's always don't go for inline style sheet. Okay, so that is going to be hectic. So if I have one more paragraph here, so using this embedded, it will apply the same style to that paragraph also. That is the advantage. Is it clear? So this is about the font and its properties. Understood? Any doubt in this? See, if you learn this, so either when you are designing any of the web pages, so you can just make use of these things and you can make it attractive. Whatever the text it is displaying, you can just make it attractive. So next we'll move on to, I think I want to show one more thing, that is representing in a single line. Okay, so this is, you can just observe here I have typed. So instead of writing like this, okay, so instead of writing multiple lines in a single line, you can specify. But this is a good practice. You can specify individual property and its value. Once you become the expert, then you can just go for the shorthand method. So that is specify font colon, then followed by the style. I will represent it as italic. Give space, not comma, give space. Then I will specify font weight, it's bold. Then give the font size 30 pixel. Then I will give the type of font. Here also once again you can give the font type with comma separator if you want to give for multiple values. Okay, Arial comma serif. I will just stop here. Okay, and put the semicolon. Save it. Go back to the browser. Okay, I will just refresh. In case if I have taken same value, you may not see much changes. Okay, did you see? I can represent in a single line. Okay, this is called as shorthand notation. But thing is, you should be familiar with all the properties so that each term is or each value is going to indicate for those properties. Okay, not only font. So even if you are taking background property, okay, whatever the other properties that comes under background, so you can specify in a single line. Okay, so this is all about the font. Okay, so next I'll just go with